What up? What up, sexy people of my channel? No Pokemon reference because we're not talking about Pokemon. This is the first Hibachi Boys
Big
podcast. Yeah, big booty hoes. Thanks, David. Big booty hoes. This is the first Hibachi Boys podcast. If you got this from a thumbnail or a title, you can tell we're talking about the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight. Two of these boys watched the fight with me. That's David. Say what up. Yep. And Jules, they watched the fight.
Hey!
Yeah, so delayed. So fucking delayed. And then we're gonna have the casual, the casual perception of what the media said.
I only know from Twitter because I didn't watch it.
So CJ only knows from Twitter, so he, he's gonna give us that casual look, that nice casual look. So first things first, is everybody cool with the decision of the fight? Because I'm completely okay with it.
No, because I think Woodley should have won.
Well, you didn't watch the fight.
I didn't, but from the things that I saw, with all like the calls that were made, it looked like Woodley was.
I would disagree with CJ here. This.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys talk about it because you guys actually watched it, and
see, that's what I'm saying. That's what we'll get into that about how the media is swaying everything. Just like with the Jake Paul retiring thing, anyway. Well, we will get into
the Conor McGregor he pulled pretty much.
No, he didn't pull a Conor McGregor. People promoted it like he was, but if you go back a couple tweets before, I hate that I have to fucking defend Jake Paul. I hate that.
I hate Jake Paul.
I agree. Yeah, it's tough.
If you go, but he's a great boxer. When it comes to fighting, I'm not gonna cap. He's a good boxer.
Anyways,
but yeah, so the decision I think was the perfect decision. Woodley wasn't active. I don't think he pressed the fight. Even when he knocked him to the ropes, right? Go in and finish. It's like all his MMA fights.
Yeah, he did not finish at all.
Woodley waits until the perfect moment. Everything has to be perfect for me to no. Go in there and get your win. Don't I'm gonna hit you with the jab on the outside. All right, I connected with one big overhand, and now let's see. That's probably enough. No, go win your fight. Don't just stand around the whole fight. That's why we got two boring ass Wonderboy Thompson fights. That's why he was playing grab ass with Usman. That's why he's lost his last three. He doesn't go for the win. Hold up, I'm gonna close my door. But let's go Jules' perspective first.
Yeah, I mean, Woodley could have won that fight. In all honesty, he just spent too much time feeling it out every round. I think that if the rounds were longer, maybe 4 minutes, maybe 4.5, and he pushed the pace a little more, I think that he could have won, or it would have been a lot closer. So maybe not a knockout, but the split decision could have gone his way. Yeah,
he legit lost through ring control, aggression, and activity. That round that he knocked down Jake, he won that round. The rest of the fight, I don't think he did shit. Maybe won another round. Maybe won.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think he won. I think he won 2 or 3 rounds, but the Jake Paul had a majority of those rounds.
Yeah.
I would agree. My only problem is if we make those fights, the rounds longer, I think Woodley still would have lost because he was already gassed with 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you come into the fight weighing that much. It's all muscle. He gets tired that quick.
Yeah, bro.
It's also to a different perspective.
Overall, just didn't push.
I think it also has to do with. Granted, MMA fighters are a whole different breed compared to boxers as well too. When you're switching between the sports, you have to have a completely set of endurance to deal with boxing rounds versus MMA rounds. It's completely different
on both. It's just different. If you were gonna ask me hey, which one's more useful for the real world? MMA 1000%. And the way that it's structured, and it's better for your mentals because in boxing it's more of a sport. It's more of a technique-based thing. And you're taking more head damage because they have that standing 8 count or whatever. Boxing's a different breed, bro. There's so many rules and regulations you have to know, and there's little subtleties, and there's things that you only get from experience.
Agreed.
And then there's little tricks that people do, Logan Paul came out and said, McGregor did an old school boxing move. I know a bunch of Cuban boxers that do this. When they're in the clinch, and they have your head here, they'll just cover up your mouth so you miss a breath, and then your breathing is off. And then you have to think about fixing your breathing instead of thinking about boxing. It's just little things like that. Boxing's weird to get used to.
And there's a mental side to it as well too.
On top of the endurance being crazy. The endurance in the body that you need is crazy. You don't really want to be a musclehead in boxing. You really don't. What's good, David?
But like you were saying earlier, Woodley should have already known that going into the fight, since he started as an amateur boxer.
Yeah. No,
I feel like
there's no excuse. We're talking about
a lot of it was
kid
on him.
who's had 4 pro fights. Tommy Fury, who's on the undercard, didn't even go as long. He only had 4 rounds. He's Tyson Fury's brother. Probably boxed his whole life. Has more fights than Jake professionally. I think Jake would piece up Tommy Fury. And that's probably his next fight. I don't want to see Woodley again. I honestly don't. I don't want to see the Woodley fight again. What about you guys?
I don't either.
Did he even get the tattoo?
Still hasn't gotten it yet. He's adding tattoo baby on Instagram now. But who knows? He'll get it or whatever. But the whole deal was that he got it that night. That's why tattoo baby was there. You can't just change your opinion because you want the fight or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, unless Woodley shows that, like, or at least admits that he was wrong for being so passive, which he won't, then I don't really bother. I'm not really going to bother trying to seek out one of his fights again to watch. So.
Yeah, Michael Bisping even said it. He's like, bro, as a friend, I was never going to publicly say he was going to lose, but I knew he was going to lose because he's gun shy. He's always been gun shy. He's always going to be like that. And
yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, is that when he was throwing those punches, man, they looked like they had some force behind them. It's just that he wasn't connecting with a lot of them. That's why he lost a lot of those rounds, is because he was just throwing a lot of punches that weren't connecting.
Plus, Jake was swinging on the outside of him the whole fight. All you had to do was close in, and that's there. And he did it. He did it in the beginning, and then the ending, he just got away from it. He was kind of just waiting to hit that haymaker again. I don't know.
I feel like it's mostly because Paul connected with some of his shots early, and so then he got timid and didn't really want to push in too much and get caught again.
Way different from the Amanda Serrano fight. Like,
oh, that was a great
fight. She was timing that fight. She was timing her range and everything. She won that decision because she timed everything perfectly. But she was active while she was timing it. She had more ring control, more aggression, and she was timing every punch and judging her sparring partner, basically her opponent. And that fight was amazing. That whole card was good. That was such a good fucking card. For really boxing, was. That never happens. That never happens in boxing. Fuck.
That the guy out of Europe. Yeah, that was a great fucking fight, dude. He beat the shit out of that dude.
Knocked the fuck out of Giuseppe. Where the fuck his last name is, bro. He knocked the fuck out of him. CJ, if you're gonna watch back one fight from that night, the quickest fight. That is the quickest fucking fight.
Yes, it is the quickest fight.
That shit is so funny. That was so funny. Because we were talking about it before. I'm like, they're kind of sleeping on the underdog, but Dubois should piece him up.
What's his name?
Dubois. Bouis, I think.
Some French thing, I don't know.
He's from England.
Yeah, but that's clearly a French name.
Yeah. Dobis. Jules I still think it's tough. It's either the Paul Woodley fight or the two main events. Those were my two favorites. I can't pick between the Amanda Serrano fight and the Jake Paul Woodley fight.
I mean, I have to go with Amanda because that's my people,
I didn't watch a lot of the undercards, and even then, when that last fight was happening, or the Amanda Serrano fight, I wasn't paying too much attention. I had it on the background when I was doing homework and stuff. But yeah, like I had just finished my school stuff, like right when the Paul Woodley fight came on. So like that one had like my full attention. So like I really wasn't paying much attention. I can't really comment on those other ones.
Okay.
Oh, it's just you two out there talking about that shit.
Yeah, bro, because Dave and I were getting hyped. We're watching each fight. We're getting into it. Like, oh, what's happening now? Oh, this round is this person. Blah, 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 blah. By the way, before I move on to another question, I want to ask CJ. The judging is atrocious in boxing, and I'm so fucking tired.
100%. 100%. 100%.
There is this one
boxing judging has always been fucking garbage. It's never been fair. MMA. It's never been so even.
Bad.
It's so fucking bad. I completely agree. MMA fighting and the UFC judges are 10 times fold better than fucking
Here's
boxing.
the problem though, CJ. You know there's boxing
Sometimes.
judges. There's boxing
in MMA.
Yeah, there's boxing
No, I
judges
know.
in MMA. It's terrible.
Yeah, because it's the whole sport of it as well too. You have people that are that have boxing backgrounds that also are part of the MMA, and so they throw punches like that, and so you want to have that collaboration with the MMA as well too.
I also
it
think
makes
the
sense.
scoring needs to change. The scoring in MMA needs to change too. It shouldn't go by the
agree.
boxing scoring. But yeah,
They can
so
definitely revamp it.
I did find myself having a hard time, though, during the boxing fights to not start yelling at them to do MMA shit. Like I was, when they would hug,
But you're an
dude, I'm
MMA
like,
fan.
start throwing elbows.
Yeah.
Start throwing elbows.
You're
Hit
an
them
MMA
with the
fan.
knees.
Dana White and the UFC have put on a perfect product for fighting.
They really have. I have mad respect for what Dana's done. And the other thing I have respect for Dana is the fact that he's stayed true to himself this entire time. He's been who he is since day one, and he hasn't changed at all.
Exactly, a crazy motherfucker who doesn't give a shit. Dude, this is what I was gonna get to. Thank you for the transition, David. He went to Nevada once, and the refs were so bad. Like George St. Pierre, my favorite fighter of all time, George St. Pierre. I can admit he lost that fight, and the judges unanimously gave it to him. So Dana White came out and goes, as much as I love George, he's the #1 selling fighter in the UFC right now, blah, blah, blah. The refs got it wrong. It's atrocious. This is Nevada, and it makes me want to hate fighting in Nevada because you give us boxing referee. Dana White came out and spoke, and ever since then, it's been way better, way better. The only thing is that fucking TJ Dillashaw fight, and even then, that was a toss-up fight. Pick whoever in that fight. I'm not too mad. I just think that TJ lost. But anyway, alright, CJ, my original question. I got really angry there.
You're good.
My original question. Alright, as an outsider who didn't watch the fight, how did you think the fight went? How was it portrayed online by the toxic community?
It was portrayed that Jake had a good fight, but Woodley was unanimous that everybody said that Woodley was the winner. That it was bullshit, and the main part of it was the whole falling on the ropes, and that Jake got knocked out right there, and when he fell out, because if the ropes weren't there, the way that he fell, he would have fallen out the fucking ring and all over the fucking judges.
So
he would 100%.
So the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ropes are there for a reason. You know what I mean?
No, I know the ropes are there for a reason, but still, the whole thing of he caught himself on the rope to keep himself from falling, so it should have been counted as a knockout. That's why people were.
That's not how that works, though.
I know it's not how that works. That's just what people were saying, and I don't. I watched it back again just a second ago just to see it, and it's like the way that he fell on it, I can understand, because he fell down on his right arm.
Oh, he was clipped.
And then
he got clipped.
Pushed it.
But
yeah,
again, back to what I was saying about
He
Woodley.
was definitely rocked.
What did Woodley do after that? After he was rocked, he backed up.
He backed up.
Yeah, he didn't push
because,
it.
Well, you also got to remember, it's the same shit with the Logan Paul fight and the Mayweather fight. Mayweather knocked fucking Logan, knocked him out, and held him up, and just continued the fight to go on.
Again,
that
thank
whole
you for the
thing,
casual.
thank
you for the casual perspective, CJ. Thank you. This is another thing misconstrued, and people who watch fighting say it all the time. Logan Paul was knocked out, and Floyd isn't gonna keep him up there. That's what in wrestling you call it a wizard, right? When you get clipped, you put your body weight on the person. So they have to waste their energy instead of pushing the pace on you and knocking you out. Their new job is to get you the fuck off of them. So that's what happened. It wasn't, again, to the casual eye, it's like, oh my god, like he knocked out Logan Paul. No, he clipped him. He got him good. He didn't knock him the fuck out. If Logan's knocked the fuck out, you don't think Floyd's gonna celebrate that knockout and get out of the ring earlier? He ruptured his eardrum.
Hell no. Hell no, he wouldn't have. I honestly don't think Mayweather was trying to get out of that early. I think that Mayweather, and we're talking about a whole different fight, sorry, but still, Mayweather, I feel like he wanted that fight to go on the full rounds. He wanted it. He even said it at the end of the fight that he's glad that they were able to do put out a whole entire fight for the fans. He wanted this to be an exciting fight, and that's what he gave them. That was the whole conception from Mayweather that he portrayed, and that's why it's portrayed as, oh, he kept him up because he wanted the fight to keep fucking going. Yeah,
Floyd's gonna sell that, but that's not what happened. Because first of all, you get a 10 count. You got to be up by 8. If you're up after 8, like at 9 or like right at 10, you better not stagger. You stumble a little bit, you're out.
Yeah, no.
Logan was here. Snap 2 within 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So even
but that's what I'm saying. He got knocked, but he instantly came back.
Yeah, he got clipped, but you see it in his eyes. He doesn't go out. He's like, oh fuck, Floyd got me. I'm dropping all my body weight on him, so he doesn't push the pace. But he knew Floyd was gonna. Here's the difference. Obviously, one of the greatest boxers of all time versus Tyron Woodley. But here's the difference. Logan gets rocked and knows, hey, my opponent's gonna finish this the fuck off if I show any sign of getting clipped. So I'm gonna put my weight on him. Tyron Woodley clips Jake Paul and backs the fuck up. That's the difference.
He should have pushed. He should have went into him and started laying it fucking down.
He hit him so clean. He hit him straight on. And that was the last good punch we saw the whole fucking fight, CJ. Maybe a couple, but a lot of punches were missed from both ends in that fight.
A lot.
But Jake was aggressive. He controlled the ring. He fucking pieced the body up. He fought like a boxer. Now, a novice boxer.
Yeah, he was getting his points. I mean, he wasn't necessarily going for a knockout. I mean, he knew that Woodley would keep sitting back, so
Woodley took
he just knew that
Woodley took.
Yeah, no, I know. But what I'm saying is that after like probably like 4, maybe 5 rounds after he got rocked, he was just like, I'm just gonna win the rounds. I'm not gonna beat him. You know, it's gonna be the
7th and 8th though. He was pretty aggressive. He was pretty aggressive.
No, he was. But yeah, I just think he was just trying to make sure that he won those rounds. You know,
he already won the fight. The round after, he clinched. He basically clinched the fight.
Well, I mean, I guess in a sense is that he had to make sure that Woodley didn't just like say fuck it and like started going ham.
Yeah.
So like he was just making sure that like he was the one doing the being aggressive rather than Woodley.
Now, CJ, let me ask you a question as a casual. I'm gonna say fighter A and fighter B are fighting, right? These two boxers are fighting, boxer A, boxer B. So I'm not redundant with the word fight. Boxer A gets knocked down in the first round and gets back up. The rest of the fight, he pieces up Boxer B. Who wins that fight?
I mean, it also depends on how did Boxer B perform. You can't just give me one boxer's perspective.
No, I said that he got pieced up. The rest of the
he
fight,
got pieced up the rest
only
of the
had
fight.
that one good round.
Then I mean, if you're saying it like that, then yeah, of course Logan wins that because he only got knocked down once and he pieced him up the rest of the fight. Yeah,
that's what happened, but that's not what Twitter's gonna show you.
Well, it's also the clout bullshit of hating on Jake Paul as well too. Granted, I hate Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah, no.
Now, hate's a strong word. I don't like Jake Paul just because he's a fucking dickhead, in my opinion.
Granted, I get what he's doing. I understand what he's doing. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Well, I mean,
I like Logan.
That's like the whole. That's like the whole thing with like Twitter, especially, is that Twitter, people break down the whole fight into like bite-sized pieces. So when you see Woodley knocking him down, and you get no other context for the fight, it's like, oh yeah, he must have beat the shit out of him. I don't understand why he lost. You know what I mean? So I mean, because it's. I don't think you can post whole rounds on Twitter. You probably get that shit taken down. So that's why they can only probably post 20, 30 seconds at a time. Yeah,
Woodley's pulling a McGregor and like talking the most shit and he's posting. This is why I wanted to do the podcast a couple days after to see how they respond. Jake's been quiet as shit. But
because he said his shit, he talked the talk and he walked the walk and he fucked them up. And he doesn't have anything else to say. Now Woodley is saying that's bullshit because of the decision, and now he doesn't want to be known as the guy that lost to Jake. No.
Yeah, fucking Woodley's on a presser right now. He's pulling a McGregor and posting like the one shot that he landed like 7 times on Instagram. It's weird. Like I don't even know. I don't want to see that fight again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of a way that the fight gets good. I don't want to see the fight again.
It would require Woodley to be aggressive, and he's just shown that he has a tendency to not. Yeah, he's not gonna happen.
Yeah, if I'm Jake Paul, I'm fighting Tommy Fury, piecing up Tommy Fury. That's the last like pillar. Because first it was, oh, you can't be KSI, let alone KSI's brother. beats Deji. Then it's, oh, well, Nissan Gibbs an animal. He doesn't get knocked out. Got knocked down 3 times in a row in Miami. That's a knockout. Gets knocked out. Then it's, well, he can't fight a real fighter, like an MMA fighter, so he fights Ben Askren, who has no fucking hands. Starches Ben Askren. Yeah, but he didn't fight like a real athlete. Fought Nate Robinson. Actually, fought Nate Robinson before Ben Askren. Starts him. So it was the athlete thing first. Then it was real fighter. Knocks out Ben Askren. Oh, well, he's not a striker. Well, you got in his
There's always
prime,
going to be the excuses.
Yeah, you got in his prime the greatest welterweight of all time, arguably, right? Top 5 now, for sure. Usman usurped him. There's a couple people that I would put on. I'm not going to get into the MMA shit. Knocked him out. So, you know what's next? Everybody's saying he's not going to fight a real boxer, right? How about Tommy Fury? Boxing pedigree, boxing family, more fights than him, same age, same level. You can't use the age shit that he's watched. You can't use the it's not his sport. You can't use the height advantage because they're the same height. So if he wins that one, nobody could talk shit anymore. I think for him, if I'm Jake Paul, that's why I picked the fight. Woodley will be there. If I lose or something, Woodley's there. I could always do that rematch down the road.
Yeah, that's the whole thing though too. Is that he's already now in like the spotlight, so he can't fight any more burners. You know what I mean? Like people are like now you need to prove it. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, he's building, it's like like other like boxes when they're before they get their big debut where they're fighting a bunch of fucking bums and they're like 20-0
for their first 15-20 fights.
I also kind of feel like Jake might not take that fight that you're putting out there just because it feels like he's wanting to play it safe to make sure that he keeps winning, especially right now since it's only going to be his 5th fight.
Oh, I want you to know,
100%.
right
He
now,
wants to keep
Woodley's probably
winning streak.
better.
Yeah.
Woodley's probably a better matchup for Jake, like a more difficult task than Tommy Fury. I'm just saying from the media's eyes. Tommy Fury would get pieced up by Jake Paul. Hands down. He wasn't even ready for 8 rounds. He did a 4-round fight. He had a 4-round fight and celebrated. He was like, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad, though, that your cardio is that bad that you can only go 4 rounds in a boxing match.
I don't think it's that bad. I think they agreed to that for entertainment purposes. That's normally what you do as an amateur or like a new pro. You like ease your way into the rounds. But Jake Paul said, fuck it, I'm always going to do championship rounds. Just shorter time. Now, CJ, the media thing. I already talked to the boys about it. You know what I'm talking about, right? The retirement?
Yeah.
Okay, so like 20 minutes before that tweet comes out that I'm retired or whatever and everybody blew it up, he tweeted out, The Rock put me on his Instagram story, I can retire now. So the follow-up to that, right, is update retired boxer. Everybody only saw update retired boxer and then put that shit out on the media. That's how polarizing this motherfucker is, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's just out of context tweets. I mean it's so easy to like. I mean obviously he has to fucking say update retired boxer, but like if you're not paying attention to him and he says something like that, it's super out of context.
But he knew
it's easy to. Oh no, of course. I'm just saying like it. He said it so that because he knew that if the people who weren't paying attention to him were going to say, oh my god, he's retiring, but the people that were paying attention would be like, he's doing this for fucking purpose, and basically egging it on. So like he did know what he was doing. It's just he was just trying to bait people to and it worked.
Listen, at the end of the day,
it was all just clicks and views. That's all he was trying to get out of that because he knew the people that weren't really following him were gonna put it everywhere. Like the rap on Instagram posted it and it was like blowing up because like, oh, you're retired, but that's all they put it.
Undisputed talked about it.
Yeah, he knew he was gonna get stupid publicity for putting something like that out because it was gonna get taken out of context.
Dude, it's just
yeah,
crazy.
and I see his tweets. Looking back at the whole tweeting thing, yeah, it was. I mean, he said the Rock yada yada bullshit about like Instagram. I can retire now, and then he just put updated status retired boxer.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like that.
so you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just the smallest thing gets blown out of proportion because It's a Paul brother. It's one of the Paul brothers.
And he knows that everybody hates him, and that it's gonna be polarizing enough. He does
because he's a clout
I'm not
chaser.
even sure how much of an asshole he actually is as a person, or how much of it is acting just because he knows that's the best way to get
him just portraying himself like that.
Sean O'Malley talked about it. Sean O'Malley's like,
I love him. I love him.
Me too. He was talking about it though. He's like, because he's friends with Logan and Mike and all that whole fucking gang. He was talking about it. He's like, Jake is an exaggerated version of himself when he's trying to sell a fight. And then Logan's like, yeah, you know why? Because that kid doesn't give a fuck normally, so his not give a fuckness is just gonna be times 20 in a fight. He doesn't care what he says to you. He doesn't give a fuck. Whatever makes the money.
It works for him. It works for him.
It works.
I mean, shit, it's got us fucking four nobodies talking about him, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're
talking
exactly what he wants.
And I'm here to give it roses. It was a perfect card. I have no problem with any fight on that card.
I mean,
that's so difficult in boxing.
Card.
I just wanted to bring up the stats that they put for the fight, where Paul scored a 36 of 122 jabs, 35 of 85 on power, and 71 of 207 total, and then a total of 22 body shots. And Woodley's numbers is only 11 of 48, 41 of 115, and 52 of 163, with only landing 6 body shots. So yeah. I mean,
even off of those
granted,
stats,
again, we're talking about the whole.
They're always skewed, and it doesn't show ring control or whatever. Even then, he loses off of the numbers.
Yeah, off the numbers alone, like Jake Paul, 100%. He had the numbers on his fucking side. Which again, I haven't watched it, so I can't say, oh, did he actually hit that many body shots or anything like that? But
he probably hit more.
I mean, I'm
those
assuming
stats are so. Did. Or less. Those stats are weird. Like,
I feel like Woodley hit more than just 6 body shots too. I feel like that number skewed, and it was just that was what we were saying earlier. Is that fight? A lot of punches were thrown, but not many were connecting.
Dude.
And Logan was connecting more. I would not insignificant, but they weren't as powerful. But he was piecing them up a lot more. He was connecting a lot more than
was
Woodley.
So active. Was so active. And
I loved how he was bouncing and changing his stance all the time. Exactly. He was just fluid in the ring. Woodley was standing there like flat-footed, just throwing off his back foot. Just, he didn't look that good.
Thank you, David. A lot of people don't want to admit that Woodley didn't look good.
He didn't. Jake looked like a legitimate boxer.
Is a professional fighting champion. I don't give a fuck what sport you were in. You're 39 years old. You're almost 40. Jake Paul just started boxing.
You should have better technique than Jake.
3 years
should
ago.
have better technique.
At least better ring presence. But he does that in actual. Sure. He does that in his sport. So why wouldn't he do it in boxing? You know what I mean? Just be gun shy.
It translates over. His stand-up game isn't going to change that much. The only thing is he can't throw elbows or kicks.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. You put Woodley and Jake Paul on the street, Jake Paul's gonna die.
If you put him in the octagon, Woodley's gonna piece him that fight's over like that.
Same thing with Ben Askren.
That's a quick ass fight.
Same thing with Ben Askren.
100%.
Ben Askren would have fucked him up.
If you put them in their actual sports, the Paul brothers or anybody, like even when Floyd fought McGregor, if they put him in the ring,
Logan might be able to do something in MMA, bro. All-state wrestler.
I think Logan would, because he was a better wrestler than Jake was. I think Logan would fare a little bit better in the octagon, but I don't think against an actual MMA fighter who trains both of those every single day, I don't think he would still win.
Dude, all right. Before we swing over to a lighter-hearted topic. Actually, this is kind of a lighter-hearted topic.
This is pretty light-hearted.
It sucks to say, but I don't want to see Dylan Dennis fight Jake Paul, bro. I love Dylan Dennis so much. I don't want to see him fight Jake Paul. I love
Dylan Dennis too. I don't think it's gonna go well. I don't think. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. An MMA fighter transferring over to boxing doesn't work out for the MMA fighter.
You have to knock out the boxer too, though. Like, you know, they didn't give Conor any rounds against Floyd. The judges didn't give Conor a single round.
Yeah, which was bullshit because
that's how Floyd
the fact. Yeah, well, yeah, but the other thing is
Conor
that
won the first
Conor
Easy.
Conor fucking I don't think there's another MMA fighter out there that could put on a performance like Conor did in the boxing ring. Like he is arguably one of the better fighters to come into boxing as an MMA fighter. I don't think anybody can get as close as him.
And with that being said,
and on top of that, hold on. And on top of that, how many rounds was it again? Going
8.
All full rounds. Against Mayweather, arguably one of the greatest boxers in recent history. I mean, that's a fucking achievement. And I mean, I'm taking that low-key also a part of what Mike Tyson said about Conor McGregor too. That whole little thing he said about him, but he's not wrong.
No,
he's not wrong whatsoever. Fucking Conor had a hell of a fucking fight against Mayweather.
Yeah, he just got beat. Now, do I think Logan did better than Conor? Yeah. 1,000%.
I think so too.
I think 1,000%.
But
again, I didn't see it.
But again,
also Conor didn't
Logan
have that much time to
training
train
for it.
Huh?
Yeah, Logan had plenty of time to train for boxing.
Logan,
he had a 6-month Conor camp. Didn't. Conor just was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go fight him in boxing.
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Yeah, he didn't do like actual training.
He didn't have the same. Well, he trained. He just didn't have as long of a camp as Logan did.
Bro,
and he also fought him. How many years later?
Huh?
Floyd was like what, 50 going into the ring against Logan?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But
there
again,
was a huge age difference.
Look at the respect that the Paul brothers have commanded within these 3 years. We're not even thinking of them as YouTubers. Do you know how amazing that is?
Yeah,
that we're comparing them. We're comparing Logan to the greatest boxer of all time, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Not my favorite, not my GOAT.
Not too long ago, he was in hot water for filming a dead guy in Japan.
Yep.
Yeah, for real.
Come on.
Definitely career transformation for him.
We need to thank nobody fucking thinks about it, but like KSI versus Joe Weller is the whole reason all of this is happening. That one YouTuber.
I also think some of the internet bullying got to them, so you know, it's finally started showing off.
Their pedigree in YouTube also helped them market themselves as fighters immensely 100%. To push that shit real hard and be like, hey, we're doing this now.
But also their pedigree of work, they just work. That's another thing. Listen.
They're mad workers. Their work ethic is insane.
Any YouTuber that big has to have crazy work ethic, bro. Except H3. I think he's lazy as fuck.
So let me.
Oh, and Keemstar. Fuck Keemstar. Baby Keem.
Oh my fucking God.
Sorry, I had a moment.
You're good. So I guess kind of transitioning towards like the whole thing about like the greatest boxers of all time, but like who, because you know boxing more than any of us here, Eric. Who is the greatest boxer in your eyes?
I think it's hard to say. It's like the basketball argument for me. So for me, there's a few people that if you pick, I'm not gonna argue with you. You feel me? Same thing with football. Mm-hmm. There's a few people that if you pick, I'm not gonna argue.
So I feel like from what my knowledge is, I know who I've watched like
it's Floyd,
clips
right?
of because on YouTube
It's Floyd, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Who is it?
The boxer I think and his numbers don't fucking lie to. I mean, granted, Floyd's numbers are a lot more because Floyd boxed a lot longer than him and so forth. I believe so, at least. Let me see. Did he? Yeah, he did. Only by an extra fight though. But Rocky Marciano.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, Rocky Marciano, and arguably I think, and my grandfather was a huge fan of him as well too. He showed me videos of him and was just like, the man fucking had a cannon of a fucking arm. He'd knock motherfuckers.
So my favorite boxer of all time is Roberto
Duran.
I fucking love Roberto Duran. Like that's my favorite fighter of all time. That's
Duran.
Yeah, that's my go. To say the greatest of all time, I pick Ali just because of the footwork and the way that he boxed and all the trash talking. And he leaves in his prime to make a stance. My thing was Mike Tyson would get it, but like, dog, he lost to.
He bit a fool's ear off.
Yeah, because he was losing.
He bit a fool's ear off. He's batshit crazy.
Because he was losing. Because he loses to his equal every time, bro. That's why. But now here's the other argument. Did he embarrass them because he was so great and then made everybody else look like they weren't as great? Or was he just in a weak era? I don't think the era was like so weak, it's just not the same. And now we're in another weak era in boxing. But it's because
it's valid. It's a valid point to say he was in a weak era because well, no, was Holyfield in the same era?
Yeah.
Or was Holyfield like just slightly early?
But name another boxer in that era.
Sugar Ray.
Different weight class.
Different era. I'm trying to think.
Class.
Oh, different weight class. I don't know then off the top of my head.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair.
I also
fair
think
point.
It's pretty hard to like say who's the greatest of all time, just because of the different generations and the training, the like,
yeah, that's true.
The diet, everything that goes into like for just because football's easier for me. Tom Brady, while he's mostly portrayed as the GOAT, we can argue about that later.
He's not
but I mean the camps, the diet, the exercise routines that he had, nobody else has ever had. So it's kind of not fair. Like think if you put like Troy Aikman in today's league, what would he have done with the generous rules against not touching the quarterback, defense not being...
Aikman was on a stacked team. Aikman was on a...
I don't disagree with that. I just threw him out because he was the first old guy I could think of.
Yeah. I think...
But
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, think about those quarterbacks back then. What if they had today's rules, where it was already a pass-heavy league? You can't touch the damn quarterback. He has the nutrition, the exercise routines that they had now. What would they be today?
But
I mean, if you're honestly throwing that in there too.
Side, Eli was in his own era, right? In like that.
Fuck Eli.
Hang on.
Fuck Eli.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting to.
This coming from
That's
the
what I'm
Eagles
getting to, though. That's what I'm getting to, though. I'm not an Eagles fan, though, so I can say this unbiased.
No,
I'm a little
Jules
biased.
is an Eagles fan. I'm pretty sure he's about to agree with me on this. If you put Patrick Mahomes in Eli's spot, he transcends the era. He transcends that era.
100%.
He would have won 15 Super Bowls.
But now, let's do the other way around. You put Marino in this era.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say you put Marino in this era.
He would have been great.
And just mainly for the fact of, but mainly for the fact of, one, you can't touch the quarterback as much as you can now, like you guys mentioned. But on top of that, the cornerback position has been increasingly harder to play consistently. It's been nerfed so fucking hard because of the amount of leeway that receivers get. So as soon as fucking Marino would toss that fucking bitch up in the fucking sky, the receiver's winning that every fucking time.
Yeah.
Depending on the receiver you fucking give him too. The man had the Duper brothers and he was still fucking balling with the Duper brothers. So I mean,
I feel like if Marino was in today, he would make bad receivers look like they were Hall of Fame receivers.
You mean
if they can fucking catch the rocks that he was fucking throwing them, bro? Because that man, he threw you something. It's like a missile.
Look what Peyton did. Look what Peyton did with those Colts rosters.
Yeah.
With those Colt rosters, he was.
Yeah.
Hang on, he had all-time receiving though.
The only real weapon he had was Reggie Wayne.
No, hang on. Their offenses were good. It was their defenses that were garbage. Their offenses.
It was the defense that was bad.
Defense wins Super Bowls.
Oh, I know that one.
I mean, the Bears.
I mean, shit.
The Bears.
Look at the fucking Bucs defense this last Super Bowl.
They carried.
They were swarming.
Well, they were top
everybody.
5. They were top 5 in the league.
Yes.
Pass rush.
Oh, yeah.
Like, number one pass rush, right?
Mahomes, I think so. Mahomes had nobody to throw to because everybody was covered.
Also,
and he was getting pressured
no left
out the
or right
ass.
tackle. They're starting left or right tackle.
Yeah,
now.
we'll give him that. And
he was hurt. And he still made throws that Tom Brady can only dream about making.
Right?
Like the one that he's falling to the ground and he's like, all right, that's in the end zone.
No other quarterback can make that though. That's like I wouldn't even say Tom Brady. There's no other quarterback making that.
I don't think Rodgers definitely couldn't make that throw.
Rodgers made that throw
as
against
much
the
as
Chiefs.
You love him.
Oh, you're talking about the one where he's falling forward. The one where Mahomes is falling forward.
That's what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about the one to the side.
Nobody can do consistently.
The one to the side.
Are you talking about the one where he's completely horizontal?
Yeah.
Eric, only Mahomes is making that throw.
Rodgers literally did that against the Chiefs. Rodgers literally did that against the Chiefs.
Get out of here, Eric.
Go look up
What
year?
Hey, What,
that year?
2019. No, the year before last. Year before last against the Chiefs.
This fucking guy.
You know the throw that I'm talking about too, David. You're just baiting. David's just being a bitch. He knows the exact throw I'm talking about. He just wants me to get angry.
Goddamn right.
Are you talking about the ones that he threw to the back of the end zone?
Yeah, the one to Jamal Williams.
Number 30.
Yeah.
That one,
swaggy.
He's like
swaggy.
No, listen. That throw that you're talking about, he's like somewhat tilted back and then just lobs it up. He's not like completely horizontal.
No, I'm telling you that one where Mahomes is falling forward and he tosses it. That's unreal. That's fucking unreal.
Julian, the one that we're talking about, where the man's literally completely laid out and fucking throws that bitch. He fucking nails that.
That shit's insane.
Like, Rodgers can't do that.
Yeah, Eric, I think I'm watching the clip right now. We're talking about two different throws. I'm talking about the one where he ran like from left to right and just like literally was sideways.
It was like
one.
he took a rock and skipped it across the fucking water. That's how the angle he threw it at.
No, it's just not doing that. Maybe Young, maybe like
Ernie, I don't know, man.
Maybe, but I'm not even giving that. Hey, I'm not giving. I'm saying maybe.
Mahomes is
like
Mahomes,
maybe 2014 Rodgers. Maybe. That's it.
That's a very big maybe, though.
Yeah, but
so back. Are we going back to boxing, or are we continuing the trend?
I don't even remember how we got here.
We were talking about talking about greatest boxers of all time, and then we started talking about GOATs, and then David brought it into GOATs
the football.
So.
And then David started baiting
generation. Yeah, I did bait you.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Herbert's better than Brady right now. Dear.
100%.
Okay.
That's take.
But Brady's also on the
arm talent, but just.
I will say I'm interested
Herbert
to see...
had better stats. Herbert had better stats last year.
He did. 100% he did.
With a coach that was handcuffing him.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how week one... I'm curious to see how week one goes as far as like with the Dolphins and the Patriots game, since now it's two Bama quarterbacks. And Mac Jones, I mean, he honestly could be
he's
second coming of
He's a Belichick quarterback. Hey, stand here and make the first throw. Stand here and make the first fucking throw. That's all I'm asking you. That's all Bill is asking.
But I'm just interested to see how Tua versus Mac 10 plays, and that's going to be an interesting game. I'm really excited for it.
I love Tua.
He's the better quarterback of his class. He's better than Hurts.
Don't say he's better than Herbert. He is better than Hurts.
He's definitely not better than Herbert.
He's better than Hurts.
But before we go,
CJ, I still disagree with that take.
Before we go,
Jules, like not close out completely. Wait, we need to give respect to a certain man who we didn't give respect to while talking about the quarterbacks and arm talent.
Stafford.
Matt Stafford.
Oh,
okay.
Nobody gives him his rose.
We're talking about this.
He's an elite quarterback. He's gonna have an MVP-like season next year. You can suck my dick. I'm a ride or die on that hill.
Yeah, I mean,
I think people are gonna respect him now.
That wide receiver core is really weird, though. It's Deshaun Jackson is your fucking speed guy.
Hey,
I don't trust.
Hey,
guy.
Don't shit on Deshaun.
Don't on his hamstrings, bro.
You leave him alone.
You'll have
a nice
one
lady.
big game, and he'll be gone the rest of the season. I can guarantee you that.
I'm drafting him in fantasy, Jules. Don't you touch me.
That's a bad idea.
Hey, that's all you. I mean,
just old MVS.
I kind of want to see how he plays with Cooper Kupp, because I mean Cooper Kupp's like their route running guy. It's just Stafford sometimes has a tendency to throw away from the body, so like they got to make looping catches. So like I wonder how his yak yard's gonna look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it
sometimes
Kupp their slot guy?
Yeah, the white dude.
Yeah, I think
Cooper Kupp's great though, and he's a great route runner.
Oh, he's good. Yeah,
he is. But like Jules was saying, the whole off-body throwing, he's gonna have to adjust for that.
Yeah, and also too, I don't know why the fuck. I think in the third round, it was whatever their first pick. They fucking picked Tutu Atwell. That was a weird pick. Why are you gonna pick another inside guy that's a fucking? It's a niche a niche player, bro. It's weird.
I don't know why
One
you guys
thing-
moved Penny out of his position.
They make it work.
You know,
They make
weird
it work.
decisions.
I will
Better
say the
fucking
NFC
hope they do.
West-
They gave us their fucking picks. They better hope it fucking works.
I feel like the NFC West is by far the hardest division right now.
Oh,
And
for
I
sure.
think personally, I
Fucking
think
fucking hell.
the Cardinals are
That's what I've
on
been
track to
fidgeting
make
with
an
also.
insane season. The
I would
way that
agree.
the Cardinals
It's
are stacked right now, they are looking very fucking dangerous.
I don't disagree. It all comes down to Kingsbury, though. If he
Yeah,
is able
Cliffy.
to
Oh,
rein
Cliffy.
in his players and, you know, doesn't just commit stupid penalties like they did all last season, they should have a pretty fire season.
Yeah, no, the season, their success really just depends on Kyler Murray continuing to advance and being, you know, the
Staying
quarterback, you know, the quarterback trajectory that he's on right now. Which, I mean, it's good. It's just, you know, he needs to be just a little more consistent. That's really all it is. And
100%.
Kingsbury not coming up with these stupid ass plays out of his ass and being able to out coach the other team. That's really what it is. Because he has the talent. He just needs to be able to out coach him. You know.
I feel like this season is Kingsbury's on the hot seat this season, and
I think he
this
is
is
too.
also
Low-key.
the team that was able to beat the Bills but lose to the Patriots. So they're kind of like a really up and down team.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get week in, week out.
I think they won their like first 6, and then after that, I think it was all
They
losses or
just
some shit
completely
like that. It was,
dropped,
yeah. So they need to be able to make that fucking November, December push. Like they need
I
to be
mean,
able to go over the top.
Their defense is completely fucking stacked now, regardless whether or not what's his name. What was his name that left?
Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm
Butler.
Malcolm
Wait,
Butler.
No,
leaving.
Malcolm Butler's going. Patrick Peterson.
Malcolm Butler
Patrick
retired.
Peters. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
okay,
Yeah.
so
Peterson left.
It-
I thought Butler was still in there, or did he
no,
retire?
he went to the Cardinals and then he retired. So
Oh, what a
Yeah,
cuck.
Peterson is
What
what
a
I'm
cuck.
talking about. As honestly.
yeah, no.
But the fact their defense is just so fucking good. Their defense is so fucking good, and on top of that, the fucking receivers are really fucking insane right now, and you guys are laughing.
I don't know why we're laughing. I just saw Eric's face.
Okay.
It's good.
Nah, it's just we totally just sidestepped the fact that David just called out Patrick Peterson. Eh?
He was
No,
yelling,
I
he's
didn't
a
call
cock.
Patrick-
He's a cock.
Hey, no, I called out Malcolm Butler. Malcolm
Oh, I
Butler's
thought you were
a
talking about
Oh.
Pat
P2's cool. Hey, I respect P2. You know, go get your money. It's all good. Butler's a cuck
Oh,
to sign
shit.
and then retire.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Get out of here. You're a
that's
cuck.
Hey, you better watch out. I'm gonna DM this fucking clip to fucking Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, do it, Drew.
He's gonna come get your ass. He's got all the time now. Now he's retired, you bitch.
Yeah, he better push me over. Call me daddy.
Wow, pull that trigger. You know what I'm saying? Pull that
Flip
trigger.
that shit. Flip that shit.
Oh my fucking god.
Hibachi boy.
Oh my fucking god.
David's such a fucking beta.
Anyways,
Yeah, man.
Speaking of stupid cucks and betas, Activision. Huh?
Oh yeah, look at
Hey,
that.
hey, the only thing I agree with is pushing your work off to women so you can go play COD.
okay, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the end of the Hibachi Boys podcast. Thank you for stopping by. We do really appreciate you being here for the first half, but in the second half, we're going to cut it off. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you later. See you. Bye. Oh my fucking god. Twitch, I'm also streaming for people on YouTube if you are watching, but Twitch, please don't. I don't represent and or
Do not associate with this man.
Says out of his mouth. So anyway,
All I can say is that Call of Duty would have an anti-cheat if they didn't spend all that time sexually harassing women. That's all I can say.
All I have to say, the
To
game
be
is
honest-
better with the sexual harassment
okay.
going on.
See, you can't say that,
he's make-
Julian, because that shit was
Make a
happening
point. making a point.
You can't say that shit though, Julian, though, because that shit happened like years before fucking Warzone was even a fucking twinkle in their eyes.
Yeah, Warzone
This
sucks.
shit is shit that happened years ago.
It takes 2 to 3 years to develop a game. What do you want?
It takes 2 to tango.
2 to 3 years. This shit happened 10 years ago. This was a decade-old shit.
Anti-cheat is free. Wait, that's back. Not making that call. Oh wait, it's my video. That's back when that was okay. 10 years ago.
Hey.
You act like it and sweep more sexual assaults under the rug. You think it's just the 3 or
Oh, they
whatever
for sure
fucking
did.
listed.
There's probably women that raped in that company.
More power to them.
Well, but anyways,
Equal
in regards to that though, the CEO did end up resigning their position though. I don't know if you guys saw that. The CEO resigned their position.
That
and
CEO looked like he invented cheating and rape.
Yeah, he fucked that
With
guy.
that long ass greasy hair. He was like,
Yeah.
if he let his facial hair grow out, it would be solid neck beard, and he's still living in his mom's basement.
Hey, what's wrong with a neck beard, bruh?
You look like you're gonna fuck some people that don't want to be fucked.
No, but I think low key though, I've been watching gameplay from Vanguard. The game looks like it plays good and plays smooth, and I think they're gonna do a whole transition to that new play style for Vanguard onto that.
I'm not.
Well, you know why?
I don't trust
you know why it
them.
looks
No,
good,
I'm
right?
not. No, listen.
I don't trust them.
I'm not buying the game 100%. Cause I fucking ate my fucking money with the fucking Cold War game. Cause that shit was an absolute.
You paid for
War.
zombies. You paid for zombies.
I literally paid for
100%.
zombies. 100%. Only paid for Outbreak and only paid for fucking zombies.
Well, you know why the game looks good? It's because it's on the
Level
fucking
up
Modern
guns.
Warfare engine. That's why it looks good.
Well, yeah, and that's
There we go.
that's why you don't use a 7-year-old engine to build your 2021 game for next gen console. Why are you building? Fucking hell, David. That's why you don't take a game and you use that fucking can't even speak. Black Ops 3's engine. Like, why are you using that engine? Granted, the Black Ops 3 engine was great fucking engine.
For its time.
At the
It was a
time,
great
yeah.
fucking game.
At the time.
100%.
Not 5-7 years later.
Agreed.
You know, the one thing I do like about
5-7 like that,
Vanguard,
David.
Suck about
The-
it.
the one thing I do like about Vanguard is that they took the one gripe I had from Modern Warfare, which was sometimes it felt really grayscaled, and they made it kind of colorful. So it's like a mix. It's like a little bit of the color from Cold War, but on the Modern Warfare engine. So it actually looks nice.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though,
Can
is
we
that
get
you
rid of
can't.
skill-based matchmaking?
Oh, that's
seriously,
fucking
It's not gonna
amazing.
happen. It's
Fucking
never gonna
bullshit.
happen. It's never
I
gonna
hate it.
change.
I just
It's
want to shit
never
on
gonna
some
change.
noobs. That's
It's
all I want to
never
do.
gonna change.
I don't want to.
If you want no skill-based matchmaking, go play Splitgate. Go play Splitgate.
I have
for
been,
real.
and it's more fun.
It is a better game.
There you go.
Split
Game.
Split
There you
Game
go.
is a better game. It just is.
I've yet
Yeah.
to play it, so I can't say anything about it.
My
CJ,
only
you need to
request
download it, CJ. It's actually pretty
for
Is it
yeah,
crossplay?
my only request.
I think so. I think it
maybe.
is.
If it is,
Yeah,
then
but
I'm
for
down
me,
to play.
skill-based matchmaking, they just need to broaden the what's it called for it, the categories for like where you fall in, because I feel like they like specifically fucking pick people with your KD over the last like 2-3 games. So like
Yeah, if you have
if someone's
one
having a
good
bad
game,
game,
you
they
shit on
get
the
fucking
next
thrown.
game.
Yeah, you get thrown into a burner lobby
yeah.
if you have like
And
3 bad games
I
in a
didn't
row.
realize
And that's why it's
how
fucking insane.
not the worst I am until I went into a bot lobby.
Eric,
Dude.
let me see your face.
Yeah, no, for real.
My face is here.
Yeah,
He's right there.
I can't see it.
You get your ass kicked for 3 games. You get thrown into 2 good games, and then it's like a fucking cycle. It's like
Yeah,
3
that's why
like 3 to 4
Cold
good
War
games, and then like
shit.
1 to 2 good games.
Cold War shit was fucking terrible because we literally sat there and played. We're like, oh, this is fucking great. We're fucking shredding. We dropped like fucking 30 kill games, and immediately we get
Yeah.
thrown into a sweat lobby and only drop like fucking a handful of kills. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I completely get it, but the sad fact with Call of Duty, they want to call it and say that there's always been SBMM in every single Call of Duty, which they can call that all they want, but that's bullshit. But the amount of skill-based matchmaking is fucking horrendous, and we're just gonna have to fucking deal with it going forward. It's as simple as that. The one thing that is good though is that there's an anti-cheat coming to Warzone, and things are gonna hopefully start changing. And on top of that, they're actually targeting the actual hacking companies instead of just banning people.
Well,
that's where their biggest thing and that they're going to be focusing on.
Not just that, but they just need to stop beating around the bush and just start hardware banning people like that are cheating. Like it just needs to happen.
Which it's stupid. It's stupid that they're not saying that, but there was a weekend. I don't know if you guys ever knew about it because you guys have been not playing it like as much as I am. But there was a weekend where there was 5 hacker companies. They all said user hacks $1 for hacks, and they just wanted to see how many people they can get with their hacks into a game of Warzone. It was at the point where you had a harder time getting a win than actually finding a lobby without a fucking hacker in it. Or no, wait, I said that wrong. You had an easier time getting a win in a normal lobby than finding a lobby with hackers in it, which is fucking insane.
Yo, low key for $1, I'd probably cop. I'd probably cop for $1 just for the shits and giggles to experience it. You know what I mean?
I would for sure make a video like, oh well, this is easy. I'm ruining the game for everybody. I would do.
The only issue is as soon as you do a video, you get banned off of everything on top of that. Once they figure out who you are, then you get hardware banned.
I would make another. Yeah. I would make another account.
You just go buy another Xbox.
He needs to.
It's all saved to the cloud anyways. It's all saved to the cloud anyways.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the path of Warzone more so than I am of the path of Call of Duty right now.
They're so late though. Let's just be honest. The only reason they started the whole anti-cheat and we're doing this and we're improving is because Battlefield's gonna wash it right out of the water.
100%.
Well,
100%.
I don't.
Yeah. They got scared from Battlefield 2042, and they're like, "Oh shit, we need to step it up."
You also got to remember something. This didn't happen until the whole hacking bullshit didn't really like come into full force until like a quarter of the way through when Cold War came out. That's when the whole hacker shit started going through. Trying to get an anti-cheat, a full-fledged anti-cheat, into a game that had no fucking structuring for one in the first place, like getting that implemented, it takes a fucking while. And unfortunately, and they probably were just doing it so that way they were planning it for like a proper timing, to doing it with a massive release where they're having to upload everything from like a massive fucking upload or update for the new Call of Duty coming to Warzone. If you're gonna throw that massive update, you might as well fucking throw the fucking anti-cheat in there with that. That's the whole thing. So instead of waiting for like a season update, just do it when the next Call of Duty comes out. Because on top of that, you don't have to anticipate what people are going to find out or what people are going to be able to do with the new shit that's going to be coming in from the new game. You're already prepared for it as well too.
Yeah, and speaking to what Erik was saying about Battlefield, like I'm confident that Battlefield will put up a legitimate fight in sales with this next Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's not going to put up enough sales like Battlefield. Battlefield's going to blow Call of Duty out the water. 100%.
No, see what I was going to say is that I don't know if you guys knew, but recently EA got hacked and like their fucking Frostbite engine like code got leaked. So like hackers like already have like packs like lined up for 2042, but because it's got anti-cheat in it, I don't know how that's going to play out. So you
it's just a matter of time to see how that actually.
Yeah, I'm just saying right now, don't say that the fucking Battlefield's going to like blow Call of Duty out the water right out the gates, because it may get plagued. It may get plagued by hackers and random glitches and shit. Because that's what happened. Battlefield 5, I think, when it came out, like it was just buggy as absolute hell. So don't.
Yeah, but the thing is
now.
The thing is though, is that the amount of hype that's already based around 2042, the initial sales are gonna fucking blow Call of Duty's initial sales out the fucking water. 100%.
Yeah, especially if whenever they announce the beta, and if like, so let's say they do 2 beta weekends, and the first one is like only people who have like bought the game, it's like not an open beta. Like you'll probably see the number of purchases for Battlefield like explode. I mean, like whenever that happens, whenever the first closed beta happens, and it's like for like people who bought the game, I'm gonna like buy it that weekend. So yeah.
I agree with what you're saying about Battlefield 5, but I also feel like with Battlefield 5, COD was already such on kind of like a downhill because they've been doing like Advanced Warfare, Ghost, all that shit, that they felt like they could just kind of mail in a game and they would still sell better than COD because they didn't really have that much competition. But with Warzone doing so well right now, Battlefield's going to have more effort into that game to make it better to compete with Warzone and
That's
COD.
all I ask in the video game industry is competition. We're losing competition, and that's why we're in a shit era of games.
See, that's the thing is that Battlefield, when I think when they came out with 5 came out like 2 years after 1, so like that was really the first time they had kind of rushed development on a game. Because before, I think it was like 3 or 4 years or something like that before they came out with the game. Or wait, no, was it the other way around? I think it was like a year and a half or something, like between 1 and 5.
Yeah.
So
it was something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that,
something like that.
Between
because they were trying to
like almost 5-6 years.
Yeah, they were trying to like dip their toes into the COD cycle. They're trying to see if like people would be willing to like, you know, pay that much for games, like try to work that. So like it clearly didn't work out, so they were like, fuck it, like we might as well put a lot of effort into the next game, which clearly right now it looks like it's, you know, it looks like it's headed that way. It's a very high quality game.
And I feel like the addition of the next gen consoles coming out relatively close, also they were like, oh, maybe we should design a game specifically for next gen on top of waiting this long.
Yeah, so instead of them like building it for current gen and then pushing it up to next gen, I think that's how it is with 2042. Is it's a next gen game and they're bringing it down for current gen. So
I honestly better, which is better.
Yeah,
100%.
We might hit an era like 2015, 2016 soon. Because FIFA's already turning the corner.
I fucking hope so.
You got
Madden's starting to turn a corner with the actual fucking physics in the game.
They're barely
so
doing
bad.
It's with franchise. It's with franchise. If they can continue to like promise that they'll like continue to update like
they didn't do anything.
Like
Did you see the video?
the animations and stuff.
Do you see the video that I put in our chat?
Oh yeah, because that's just fucking them fucking up the animations and stuff. That's literally what I was just saying here.
No, the franchise mode is bad. They literally just copy and pasted from NHL franchise mode and added something that was already in Madden 04, and that's it. Everything else is the same. Yeah, I mean they're adding. I mean it's something that wasn't in the franchise before. Or at least from what I've seen, I haven't played at the game at all. So I played it. I didn't like it. I went into it hoping, you know what I mean? Like, because at least we'll have Mutt together, and we'll do the 3-mans and that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing, man. I didn't enjoy the gameplay, so then I looked up a couple reviews, consistently bad across the board. I like tried to find a good one. Like the best rating I got was a 3-star, and they said it was a 3-star because of like some game mode that I wouldn't even play, which is the yard and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I don't know about Madden. I think that they might need to move crossbite engine. I think that might be the better. And if this FIFA shows like improvement, then it might be like
same company.
The move for them to do that. Yeah, no, it is.
I just think EA really mails it in with their sports games because they know people are just still gonna buy every single year.
Except basketball,
and they
just 2K
do the same thing.
And then 2K mails it
in. But kind of even mails it in.
No, that's what I'm saying. 2K mails it in.
Low-key,
there's no competition.
Low-key, this next year, they're trying to fix some of the broken things in 2K. I actually watched a video the other night about like the new badges and stuff, and they're actually like that's the one thing I'll give 2K over Madden is that like they're barely more open about their game.
They took out the stealing thing. That you can't bump into somebody and steal, and you can't brush steal either.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, and I also like that they added some new badges and stuff and like new features that they've actually like talked to like community members and stuff like other than just like keeping an internal thing.
Oh, defense matters too. So there's a better defense thing. So you're not going to be in front of somebody and it's going to be 0% covered.
Yeah. All I know is that David's gonna love that fucking Menace badge. He's just gonna have it just because.
You got that right.
Sorry to kind of go off topic of this, but I think it's a bit. I think it's still weird not seeing a check mark next to Tim the Taban's name on Twitch now. Yeah, the fact that he's on.
Dude, you know what I feel bad for? I feel bad for all the people that were like, I saw someone that was like an 83-month sub. Like, I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I mean, they can still be because his account is still there.
Yeah, but
it's not
like
going anywhere.
It's like Valkyrie.
But their subs are gone technically. The subs are gone.
Yeah, they have to freeze it or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. Like, do you see that Saikuno's running Valky's Valky's Twitch?
He took it like the same when Ninja left Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, that the whole
minus the porn being uploaded to his channel.
His account was a whole different story because it stayed there, but then the whole porn shit happened on his fucking thing.
I don't see the problem.
And it just was a whole clusterfuck, and so they deleted his account.
I don't see a problem with that, but
but they deleted his account because of that, so he lost everything that he built up on that account. And then when he signed back up, he had to rebuild it completely. This man, he only barely hits like 12K views max.
I feel bad for
12K views max.
I have a question.
You got Nick. Yes, that is it. I can tell you real quick how much he's actually pulled recently. I follow him, and I see his shit pop up all the time.
He's had to go back and play Fortnite. That's how bad it is for him. He's had to go back and try to grab that audience again.
I watched a video on that today though. He's in a bad time too because he loses his following and Fortnite views are like going down and down and down, and then the demographic doesn't really want to see Ninja anymore because he hasn't been around. So he's just in a big fucking tailspin right now.
Well, yeah, and when he doesn't play Fortnite, he gets no fucking views because we like Fortnite kids. They're out here only there to watch him play that. Anytime he plays Valorant, no one fucking watches him because of that.
Oh, did you see the
today,
Valorant
he was
video
playing Apex. He was playing Apex today, and he barely fucking even reached over 10K.
That's it?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
That's
dude,
bullshit,
no, like,
man.
Yeah, compared to yesterday, like literally, it's fucking yesterday. I was watching Timmy, and he was playing Warzone. He had 44,000 people watching him. So like it's crazy. Because like if you think about it, I guess technically Ninja's the Timmy of Fortnite.
Can Timmy play with Nick?
Yeah. I don't think so. Wait, can he?
No, yeah. The only one that's in question is just
banned
because he's
he wasn't banned from Twitch. He was he just
signed a new deal. He signed a new deal.
Doc got banned from Twitch, and that's why he can't be associated with Twitch at all. He can't stream with any Twitch streamers. He can't
be in the same game with Twitch streamers. He can't be anything.
So if Timmy and Doc are together, then no Nick.
I mean, Timmy and Doc and Lupo, they can play together. Encourage, they can play together, but Nick can't be a part of it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that sucks.
But I mean,
also hold
on, before we go too far from this, I was just going to mention, the stream that Ninja did 13 hours ago, he played Fortnite for about an hour and 40 minutes, then hopped off and played Apex. He only played it for an hour 40, so that way he can pull all the people in for the views, and then switch to another game, so that way he can keep those views there. Even though they start the fucking decline as soon as he hits Apex. And it's the same thing with fucking Tim. When Tim would fucking play Call of Duty for so many hours, he'd pull 40 to 60K, and as soon as he fucking switched to Warcraft, it dropped down to like fucking 20 to 30K.
But in Tim's defense, Tim is a master at getting his fan base along with him. Like, Jules showed me Tim in 2013, 2012, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like real early. I followed him along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Eric, I showed you Tim when he was still in his like old house, like when he had a Christmas tree in the back.
With the monster refrigerator and everything.
Was that long hair Tim or no?
That was long hair Tim. Yeah, that's when he still. Yeah, someone had long hair.
That's 2014 actually. That's 2014. 2012 Tim still had hair and he was playing Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I watched Black Ops.
Okay, so 2013, 2014 then, yeah.
I watched Black Ops Tim. Maybe I didn't know, but I for sure watched Black Ops Tim.
Alright. Yeah, hold on, real quick. real quick, what I was gonna say, when Ninja got his account deleted, what was I gonna say? God damn it, I took too fucking long to say.
When he got his account deleted, something about like what happened to his account or something like that.
Yeah. So it's basically what we were just talking about. It's just the fact that because he got his account deleted, he had to fucking start over, and like it's just not the same.
I'm surprised he didn't do the same thing Doc did and sue for damages. I think at that point, since he was already signed to Mixer and he was already with them.
You know what it was? I remember now. I remember what I was gonna say. So I think the reason why all that shit happened initially with Ninja, why he got his account, was because that was like the first time like a top 3 or like streamer had left the platform in like a public manner. Mm-hmm. So Twitch was in like panic mode, and they were just like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna get rid of him like completely, like fuck him. And so like now that's being on the past, and like other streamers are leaving and joining and coming back and stuff, they have a blueprint to follow now. So like when it happened with Ninja, he was the first one, and they overreacted. So they
overreacted to everything 100%. Well, as soon as that shit happened, they were just like, yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it. Yeah, it was they definitely shouldn't have done that. That was just horrible. And I mean, even the whole shit with Doc's situation. Granted, we don't know the full details, but the fact is that they literally fucked Doc.
Oh,
for sure.
Doc had no reason to have been banned on spot immediately without any precursor to the event. He was just immediately banned. Done. Everything white. And he has every reason to fucking sue these motherfuckers, because he literally lost everything. His whole entire this fucking guy, the whole entire fan base for Doc on YouTube, like, it's nowhere near as good as he once was on Twitch, and he'll never regain that following back. Doc will never regain that shit back.
That makes me wonder. That makes me wonder if Ninja had even really talked to Twitch about leaving, unless he just pulled the rug out from under him.
Here's the thing: how did he not know Mixer wasn't gonna last?
I mean, Microsoft. Nobody could have known
pockets, that, bro. Yeah, no.
Mixer. I mean, granted, if I'm offered $10 million to fucking stream for 6 months, I'm gonna fucking do it. The man came out with a fucking bag at the end of the day.
Did he get all the money? Though?
Oh yeah, they paid him out.
Oh yeah, no,
They had Mixer. Microsoft had to pay out Shroud and Ninja, and then a couple other streamers as well too that came over.
They bought him out like Blake Griffin, bro. They had to pay him.
They had to pay him.
That's fucking crazy, bro. I don't know.
So regardless, they ended up making the bag. But
yeah, so at the end of the day, I don't feel bad, you know. There's like very few rich people who I would feel bad for. Timmy's one of them. I want Timmy to have I want Timmy to have unlimited money.
This man Timmy, he definitely got a bag from this shit.
Yeah, no, I was talking. I told Erik earlier. He definitely got at least 10 million. I would at least. Like, there's no way he didn't get fucking eight figures on that deal. Are you done, David? Jesus Christ.
Motherfucker.
I played along with the first one. Now you're fucking going on with it.
It's demon time, baby.
It's demon time, he says.
This fucking kid. But yeah.
It's that black Air Force energy, you know what I mean?
Hey, African American Air Force energy. We're progressive here. That's a hate crime.
I'll show you a hate crime.
Anyways, we're gonna move along.
Look at this Hispanic on Hispanic
Erik,
violence.
You have anything else you want to talk about, or are we?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure David was gonna commit a hate crime.
This podcast.
You're pushing
fucking muted.
That last part, and I think I'm
Christ.
glad I didn't hear the last part.
Okay, he's already getting into it. You know, we can talk about. Let's talk about Pokemon.
Yes.
Unless you want to save that for like another episode, or are you gonna cut this?
I'm cool with talking about Pokemon. What are we? We're only an hour in.
Lay it down. Let's see. What do you want to talk about, Jules?
Well, no, I just want to talk about, you know, I mean, Erik can talk about competitive if he wants, but I mean, just talking about the new,
I was gonna,
the new Arceus game and everything.
For that, I was gonna do a discussion video. If you guys just want to do that another time.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm cool with that. And just to let you all know, I'm 100% casual Pokemon player.
Same.
Yeah. It'll be pretty even between me and Erik.
Erik and Jules are the ones that are real competitive.
Jules, look how far we've come.
I'm more cash.
By the way, I found. Go ahead.
I was watching videos at the start when you'll watch this back and you'll see me watching my computer. I'm watching your fucking Pokemon videos.
Oh, are you? I appreciate you.
Yeah. No, but I think that, you know, there's a lot of potential with this new Arceus game. I think that
it looks fucking dope.
I talked about to Erik about it earlier. How they're finally they're definitely they're finally adding evolutions for Pokemon that need them. Yeah. And so me and him had gone through like a list of Pokemon that we wish that we hope to see to have a new evolution.
Dunsparce, bro. I need Dunsparce.
Yeah, no, Dunsparce would be dope. We talked about that about some like.
You're not actually muted. You sound far away though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to change. You know, I just want Shuckle to have an evolution.
No.
Either
tired of cool Shuckle
or a fucking evolution.
I want big Shuckle.
I could definitely see him getting a how do you say it? A
Hispy
form. Yeah, sure, a Hispy form. Yeah, let's go with that.
I want him to look. I want him to look like Bowser. Like I want spikes on his show, and like
that should be Torterra's mega evolution.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck Torterra.
You know what I was?
Hey, fuck you.
You know what I was thinking about? I was wondering if Arcanine might change typings when it evolves. I was
say fucking sorry. Say sorry to the goat. You say fucking sorry.
Fuck you, Torterra.
This Turtwig, ignorant bitch.
I don't give a shit. I am ignorant.
So someone had pointed out that the pre-evolution for Growlithe was something along the lines of like a home defender, and then like the one that he would evolve into like temples and stuff. So I'm thinking, what if he evolves and he changes from Fire Rock to like Fire Steel or something like that?
That'd be dope. Fire Rock is such an ass typing. It's such an ass typing.
It is.
100%.
It's got really good damage potential, but it's just weak to everything.
It's gotta have like a niche like Colossal if it's gonna be that. Like the ability has to be crap.
Yeah, no, the ability has to be crazy.
But
not because I'm just thinking like a
times the fire, right?
4 times the water.
It would be 4 times the water.
Water, grounds.
Quad
Would it still
what
be
else?
2 times grass or
neutral?
No,
grass would be
neutral. It'd be neutral. Yeah.
So you lose a resist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fucking.
Yeah, Fire Rock is just a shitty typing.
That Mon better be broken
so easily.
The Mon needs to be broken if it's gonna have that typing.
In what way? Would it have to have like ridiculous attack or ridiculous defense?
Anything.
Well, no, the ability would like
give it a crazy moveset, ability, and stats.
Oh god, you know how crazy it'd be if it got like something like fucking like Gale Wings, but for like fire type moves or some shit like that? That'd be crazy.
Jules.
That'd make it broken as hell.
That with weakness policy?
What if it was like a special
you could just fucking flame charge or some shit like that.
And like flamethrower or
that's not special though. That's physical.
Stone Edge
is physical. Yeah, Stone Edge is physical.
Oh. Hey, what's the special rock stab then?
Special rock stab? I don't.
No, not Rocker.
Muddy Water?
Is there
Ancient Power?
More?
You have Ancient Power. No, Muddy Water's ground. What am I blanking?
Hey, got you guys.
Ancient Power. I know Ancient Power is a special rock.
I mean, if it had like a ridiculously high, like not even just special.
Oh, power beam
too, but like
or that that 2-turn rock move that I was using with Mew.
Meteor beam.
Meteor beam. There we go.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. But like, it's got to be broken in at least one of those stats, right? Like either attack or defense to make it viable.
No, with that typing, I need 2 broken.
Typing.
I need it to be a full-on sweeper that's just frail like that, or a versatile mon. Give me balanced stats across the board, and I can run it however I want.
You know what's cool though is that
Fed joined my party and left the party like 2 minutes ago.
I don't even think he knew that we weren't there.
100%. Well, he had no idea we were doing.
You know what'd be interesting is that because Arcanine, if it keeps that typing, it would technically get Excel Rock instead of needing to use Extreme Speed. So it would have more PP. So like if you have to fucking like PP stall for some reason,
that'd be good. Excel Rock, keep the Flare Blitz, Wild Charge,
that'd
and Play Rough. It has Outrage. It has Iron Head. It has Close Combat. It has coverage.
Yeah, no, it'd be really versatile. It's just weak. So you'd have to be able
if you buff
it would have to be Revenge Mod.
Yeah, if you buff it though, right? And it still has the moveset, so it still has Wild Charge. Maybe give it something like Reckless, so recoil moves do extra damage, right? So you'd use so you do Head Smash for it. You have fucking Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, those moves. And then Wild Charge covers your water weakness. Then you have the dual stab.
Right now.
And still gets Play Rough and Iron Head.
What's that ability that Kingler has that it just ignores like special like the side effects and like it just does extra? Yeah, so something like a different version of Hyper Cutter. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be dope. Oh, Sheer Force.
Instead of, like,
you mean Sheer Force?
Flinches, yeah, so like Sheer Force, yeah.
You still get
so
recoil.
instead of like yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to think of what would make it like
adaptability would be dope.
Good, yeah, something like that. What else? I wonder how that new Stantler, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm trying I'm trying so hard to go into the games blind, but those got spoiled to me.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Yeah, like if they find a way to like buff the stats, like, you know, just because there's fucking power creep in every single gen. So if they can bring it to like, you know, whatever the fuck.
They did it with Raichu. They did it with a couple mons that they buffed their base.
No, they
stats.
did. Yeah.
I think they need to do that across the board.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I definitely think it's something that needs to just happen with some of those more niche mons, especially the ones in those lower tiers that deserve to be there.
Dude, I mean the remakes that are coming out, we get to customize the fucking trainer in a remake.
And the Pokeballs too.
Yeah, well thank God they brought that back. Thank God they brought that back.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna be fun. I wonder how the underground system, because I think that might be the way how you get Pokemon that aren't in the regional deck.
Yeah, I don't know. Frankly, with the remakes, I'm not too picky with remakes. Just give me a good quality remake, and it looks like they're doing it. Jules, they did the outlines that you predicted. They outlined the fucking characters.
Yeah,
I'm glad solid.
that
it wasn't as solid as the fan made one.
No, they just needed something. It was too mushy, that color on. They needed a little bit of definition. So the fact that they were able to do that.
That was pre-alpha.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I wasn't sweating over it too much. I was like, I mean, they'd be my logic is they'd be stupid to not fix it. So I had faith in them.
The beauty of a remake though is that
they
don't really have to add much.
No, they really don't.
And it's world-renowned fan favorite game. Just don't fuck it up.
You know what I wonder though is I wonder if they're gonna go. This is more of a competitive inquiry. If they're gonna go back to remakes and call this another gen, are they gonna go back to the blind fights, or are you gonna be able to see?
No team preview. I would love it if there was no team preview. It makes it so fun. And then you have actual mons dedicated to lead. You have a lead mon for a reason.
Yeah, true. I mean, either way, I think it'd be each way has its pros and cons.
yeah, it's nice to build a strategy on, hey, how are they going to lead with this team or whatever, but it's also fun not seeing it. And then I like to do a thing, like, you remember how in the show, it'd be like 3v3 until the final or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So I like to do a thing where, like, I treat online battles like it's the road to the Pokemon League. So because it was 3v3, I would do it like that, and like select a new team or whatever, and it makes it fun because you didn't know what you were gonna fight. And Gen 4 is so fun. Yeah. Like, that meta is so fun. I mean, you said you were watching my video. You saw, like, lately I've been playing DPPOU. And
yeah.
It's great. You don't know what you're going to see, and you can't really plan for it. And then you think you have a battle, and then you don't because it's one mon comes out. It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should maybe cut it there because I don't want to start getting into a bunch of fucking
we went pretty ham.
Competitive talk and everything. Yeah, we started doing that.
I think
it was just us talking at that point.
This was a pretty good episode, I think, overall. We had
pretty good first,
a very wide discussion, and it was a good discussion.
Closing statements, CJ. We're gonna we'll save you for last. Well, second to last because I'll close, but we'll save you for last so you can plug your channel and everything. But let's go with David first. Anything you want to close out with? Anything you want to say?
I think this was a blast. I thank y'all for being here. I thank you, Erik, for giving me this opportunity to voice my opinions. I love y'all, and fucking peace out, boys.
It's so funny because he's gonna stay here and listen to it.
You're goddamn right I am.
Alright, Jules, anything?
Well, I'm excited for football. I need it back in my life. It's gonna be very depressing for me as a Lions fan.
We got a draft on Wednesday.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, at least you're not an Eagles fan. I think you guys will have a better season than we will.
We're in the same fucking boat, David. Top 5 picks.
Top 5 picks.
All right.
That the Green Bay Packers will never get.
That's
just wait till Aaron leaves.
Yeah, the second Aaron leaves. This is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Anyways, Erik, go ahead.
No, you close it out, CJ.
I mean,
tell them where they can find you.
Football is gonna be fun, but yeah, I'm on Twitch / mychuckman1. If you guys want to come, I stream every single day for the most part. I try to at least play Call of Duty for the most part, but I'm branching out to a lot more games all over the place. So it's honestly just a crapshoot to what I'm gonna end up playing. But yeah. Want to come check
Alright, I see you, Papa.
He likes it when you call him Big Nugget. Write Big Nugget in the chat for promo code Big Girth. He also owes us one Busset challenge.
OnlyFans coming in December. He's gonna put a lot of food, nude shit together.
Oh god.
Nope. That's just not it, Chief. All right. Anyways,
on the real, real quick though. On the real though, no. CJ's content is funny. He plays with a bunch of good people though.
And then sometimes
if you're watching it,
sometimes us retards pop in.
If you watch it for the content,
hey, thank you for the day.
He plays with some burners.
You're welcome, buddy.
Boy, hey.
Anyway,
we almost made it. We almost made it.
You almost made it. We're right there, David.
I'm sorry. I gotta close it out strong, you know.
All right. Anyways, good night. Erik, finish it off.
Yeah, that's the end of the first Hibachi Boys podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video. Please sub to my boy CJ. Peace.